All right, we are back on Twitch and we're ready to roll. So you find yourselves in Amsterdam, Holland, having responded to a call from the Delphi Council for assistance in nearby uh, nearby location. This is a core Earth location, standard core Earth location, and you're meeting with a woman by the name of Diane Porter. Diane is a very tall figure. She's got long, straight black hair, glasses, has a very no nonsense attitude. And she's known to be one of the more important figures within the Delphi Council. So you're sitting in a briefing room, very high tech, at least by core Earth standards, very high tech. And um, and in the briefing room, the two of you can see a big monitor back behind her. She's got an iPad in her hand, and she begins to talk to you about your particular briefing, the task that's ahead of you. She says, your subject is one Bartholomew Garnier, together with his 10-year-old daughter, whose name is Anatole. Even before the invasion began, Garnier was considered one of the world's foremost experts on cybernetics. We believe the church is actively recruiting him, and they believe he's going to be able to provide unique insights into the interactions between the technology from Pope Malraux's world and our own home world and our own human biology. Garnier believes his wife has already been assimilated by the church, and he believes she's effectively an informant. And he is concerned that he and his daughters very likely may be abducted or taken prisoner any day because they've been resisting more direct approaches by the church. So recently, Garnier made contact with one of our agents in Amiens. He is requesting an extraction by Delphi, and we intend to accommodate him. That's going to be your mission, to extract him and his daughter out of Amiens and get them safely back to Amsterdam. When you make contact, you are to use a prearranged code word with him. Speak it to him personally. Don't do it electronically or use any other means. The word is firebug. That's how he's going to know who you are. We have arranged to borrow, she uses air quotes when she says borrow, a delivery van from Express International, an overnight delivery service. That'll be available to you for use in your mission. Use that van however you want, but we suggest you create some kind of a cover that is consistent with the use of this Express International van. We expect you to find Garnier located in University Hospital, downtown Amiens, France, and we're uploading a map that will get you to University Hospital on your mobile devices right now. You'll be provided with a satellite radio. Once you've secured Garnier and his daughter, signal our headquarters with a request for extraction, and then you will have exactly 1 hour to reach the extraction point. Then she looks up at you and she says, one other thing. And suddenly the display behind her shows this diagram of this massive computer network, just all kinds of lines running everywhere, connecting different servers and different locations. She says, this is the GodNet. It's taken over virtually every computer system and
Ooh.
electronic item within the cyber papacy. Its surveillance capabilities are enormous. We don't yet understand the full scope of it ourselves, but one thing is for sure. Once it detects your presence and your mission, all of you, including Dr. Garnier and his daughter, are going to be in grave danger. The only thing you've got going for you is that your presence is only one small stream of data in a massive ocean. So you can expect it to be some time before the GodNet's algorithms are going to be able to zero in on you and figure out why you're there and what you're doing. So you need to take care, you need to be quiet, you need to go in undetected as much as possible, and you need to move very, very quickly, especially once you think you've been detected. Your van will have a small onboard computer that has wireless capabilities. You can use it to connect to the GodNet while in the cyber papacy zone, but we recommend you hold off as long as possible. If you need to make a connection, just use local data terminals. If you create a red flag while you're accessing it from the van, you're probably going to get tracked and targeted for neutralization. Then she looks up at you and she says, "Do you have any questions?"
Do you have any more information about this GodNet? Is there a user manual or
Uh,
any documentation on what we need to do to lock down our phones and other devices?
she says, "No, we don't. And in fact, our knowledge of it is very, very limited right now. We're not even sure about exactly what its capabilities are. All we do know is that it is aware of just about everything that happens within reach of an electronic device within its zone, within the cyber papacy zone."
Could we get some clean phones to use as honeypots to try to see what it installs on them when we get back?
Uh, yeah, we'll issue you a clean phone if you like.
I think that'd be best, and then we can use that to figure out how it gets in.
Yeah, I recommend you keep your devices in some kind of mode where they can't connect to anything wireless or out external as long as you're inside the zone. But I can give you a phone if you want to try.
That'd be great. It shouldn't raise any flags if it's just a normal phone with nothing incriminating on it.
All right, very well. She
In
turns her
fact,
iPad
I
off.
think I'm going to leave my phone here.
Okay. We'll provide you with a secure locker where you can store it while you're on your mission.
Thanks. Do you know how to drive, Tooth? You seem like the sort of guy that would know how to drive, right?
I can drive. I can get us where we need to go. Uh, you want to run the computer thing over there, and I'll run the wheel.
Sounds good.
All right, she says you've got a little bit of time if you want to take it before you leave, but don't delay for too long. We think the doctor and his daughter are probably in danger right now.
How far is France from here?
It's to get to Amiens. It's probably going to be about a 3-hour journey. There will be some checkpoints, probably both in Brussels and on the other side of the French border.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have a map or a path that we could take to hit the fewest amount of those checkpoints?
Yes, the map that you've been provided on your mobile device will show you what we calculate as the optimal route for getting there. There's nothing that you're going to completely avoid detection. That's impossible. But this one hopefully won't require you to go through more than one checkpoint at the border of the cyber papal zone.
Well, I looked to Harris, and I don't know
Back
about
on
you,
track.
but I could use a sandwich, and then we could go.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I can find out, and then it sounds like we got a ride ahead of us.
All right.
So I'm going to try to use my foreshadow power to look at the drama deck before we go.
All right. So that's number one.
No, well, I got to roll for it.
Oh, you got to roll? Okay.
It
I'll pull that back and shuffle it again.
may go awry. Find it. Foreshadow. There we go. DC 16. So roll my D20. Bam.
Nice.
26 is a +9, which is not quite enough to get the outstanding success. So I will take a wound with a overcharge and add another one to it. There we go. Okay, So it's a 36, which will get me to 3 cards, so I can look at the top 3 and discard one, rearrange them and discard one of them.
Okay. So there's number 1. There's number 2. And there's number 3.
While he's rearranging those, Matt, how many possibilities do we start with? 3?
You start with 3, yes.
Okay. Wanted to make sure of that. All right.
Those all suck. I guess I'll get rid of give up ground. I don't know if I can just delete it directly.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And then what order do you want to put the
I
other
guess
2?
we'll do like this, come back first.
Okay.
And then you seek an advantage.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll come back over on top of it in the active drama card, but the other one will still be underneath it when it's deleted. And we'll just need to remember. Yeah, we'll just need to remember that.
Although, actually, I wonder if, let's do it the other way. Because the inspiration, we're going to want to have the inspiration after we've gotten punched.
Okay. How's that?
Good call.
Looks good.
All right. Anything else you want to do before you leave?
Nope.
Nope.
So I took a wound doing that, but I'll treat it on the way through.
Okay.
With mending. Which is fine. Okay.
All right. So after driving for several hours, you reach Brussels, Belgium. And at first, when you enter the city, it seems pretty normal. Looks like a typical German European city. But as you progress through, you notice that you're getting closer to some sort of storm that sits along the western edge of the city. The city becomes more sparse and more vacated. And just you notice little odd things all along the roadway beside it that you become familiar as strange things that just tend to appear near reality storms. You eventually reach a small checkpoint that's run by the Brussels police. Looks pretty normal. The policemen just lean into the car and say that give you a travel advisory, warn you about the storm ahead and about how it can be dangerous for people. Travelers need to use a lot of caution journeying from this part of Belgium into France and beyond. But they don't seem particularly interested in asking about where you're going, what you're doing. They're just interested in warning you about what's coming.
Mm-hmm. And we're still in core Earth at this point?
Yes, you're still in core Earth.
I think over the course of the drive over, I'm going to try to bond with Tooth.
Okay.
Tell him some stories about, what happened to me, and get his stories about what happened to him, and play my rousing speech before we cross into the cyber papacy.
Okay.
It's great to see that so many people are coming together, trying to fight back against whatever's happening. Sorry for all the horrible things you had to see.
Well, nobody likes a bully. And there's a bunch of them now.
At least we're hanging together.
That's right. So it's good to know that if we get in a fight, you got my back.
I have your back, but I think we should run.
All right. So you can each gain 2 possibilities, and you'll need to discard rousing speech now, Sai.
Okay. Are we tracking those anywhere, or just keep track of them?
Yes. If you go on your character sheet, you should be able to add and subtract possibilities on the character sheet.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Good.
And then you'll also, if you look at your token, you'll see that For some reason, is yours hooked up? Yeah, it is. For some reason, I don't see 5 off of your sheet. I'm putting those onto it right now.
So is one of the bars supposed to be?
Yeah, if you look up in your character sheet on the home screen, um, the it'll have your character name, and then the possible number of possibilities you have is right below that.
On the
The
on a
home,
different screen. I have it under my on my character sheet. I just set it to 5, but
yeah, that's yeah. And so then also, if you look at your blue bar, it'll have a 5 on it as well on your token.
okay, yeah, I see that.
And those are linked now, so you can
Okay, great.
change it in either place, and it'll change it in the other one as well. All right, so you're going to now proceed forward. You're passing through this reality storm, and as you do that, the storm sort of surges towards you. I need each of you now to make a surge check. We're going to use the cyber papacies. You're passing into the cyber papacy, so we're using their reality on that. So both of you will need to make that check. You just roll a d20 and disconnect. If you got any 4-case equipment, you disconnect on 1 to 4, but I don't think either of you do. So
Yeah, I think everything's 0 case, right? Because it's Tech 26.
uh, yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have higher levels of tech?
I don't think there is any tech that doesn't work in the
Okay.
cyberspace.
You still have to. You can still have a risk of disconnection on the one in a 1 case when you have a surge.
Okay, I thought it was only if we had something that contradicts, but
Yeah. Not in a
Um,
surge situation. When you're normally using tech, it does. But I think when there's a surge, even a 1 case disconnects you.
okay. Well, I got 14, so I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
okay, and I am from Nile Empire, so I'm a little more susceptible. And a 2 is going to put me in trouble.
Okay. And why is that?
I'm from Nile Empire. My tech axiom is lower than the cyber papacy and the truck I'm driving.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So,
Okay.
but the truck isn't higher than cyber papacy. It's
No,
still a
but
one
it's
case.
higher than mine.
Right.
My tech rating is lower
Then the truck.
than the truck.
Right. That's one of the things. And then whether
That
the tech rating of the truck is higher than the Cosmerian is the other one.
it still doesn't put you in a 4 case. It just puts you in a 1
Yeah.
case
One case.
contradiction
Okay,
situation.
I just okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, the way I interpret the surge is you have to check, but
Right.
for disconnection if you're not in your home COSM, but only if you're dealing with a 4 case situation do you have to do that. Now, when you're in combat and you happen to roll a 1 or a 1 to 4, then it's the way Cy explained it is the way I think it
Right.
works. So
Okay.
all right, so you both managed to avoid the surge through the storm, and sure enough, you come out on the other side of it into the cyber papacy, and beyond you see another checkpoint. And this time, what you see are all of these police that are dressed in black. They have on these black helmets with kind of this translucent glass in front of their face, crosses up on the helmet on the top of it, and they're flagging you down to the side of the road where they have a checkpoint station set up.
Okay. Do we switch Cosm cards now?
Yes, you do. Thanks for reminding me of that. All right, so go ahead and get rid of your Core Earth Cosm card, and I'm going to deal you a Cyber Papacy Cosm card.
Goodbye, keep fighting.
Okay, and as you pull over to the checkpoint, you see several, like 2 or 3 different high tech drones begin to surround the truck, and you can see these red beams just passing all over different parts of the truck as they take in all of these details about it.
Harris is
Um,
just wide-eyed at all of the drones, and if he sees any cyberware, he's just sort of awestruck. looking around.
All right, and so one of the church police comes up to the window and he speaks to Marcus, and he says, "Can you tell us your purpose here, sir?"
We got a delivery here. We got equipment that needs to go right away. It's got and we're man, I'm gonna lose my job if I don't get it delivered in time.
All right, go ahead and
I'm
make a
technical assistance.
so go ahead and make a trick check with a
All
-2.
right.
It's going to have a -2 modifier.
Okay, and I am unskilled in tricks, so
So I'm gonna help him and just give him a +1. Although if it really is trick, I might be better at it.
um
Go for it.
actually yeah, because I got a 4. I rolled 17, which is a bonus of 4. My mind value is 7, so that's an 11.
Okay.
-2 is going to be a 9,
All right.
+1 from me helping.
so it gets me a 10.
So that's going to be successful.
Okay, awesome.
So you successfully convince him with that, but he does still ask, "What are you carrying? What are you delivering?"
Medical supplies. We got to get it to University Hospital in. Hey, tech support guy, you're running the map. Where are we going to?
We're going to Amines.
I don't know. I just drive. I don't know. I'm just
It
just
says here,
driving.
I show him the map. It says here Amines. It's that way. It's south. The GodNet will get us there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean that GodNet's pretty awesome. It'll get us there.
So you can't see a whole lot of the expression on this policeman's face, but he pauses for a really long time, and he says, "Stand by. We may need to inspect the medical packages that you're transporting." And he walks over a few feet away, where he begins to check on a computer.
Okay. I look at Cy, and say, "What do you think? We go or we let them shoot at us when they find out we don't have no medical supplies near?"
Maybe next time we should say something we have. How many cops are there around? Like, do we think
There's probably about 10 or 11 that you've seen so far.
Oh geez.
And
Okay.
it looks like right now he's trying to figure out, do I need to do this or not? He's like consulting with this computer, putting information into it, trying to make sure he's following the right procedure.
Okay.
Okay. Since we're not in a combat situation yet, can I use my willpower card, which gives me +3 to charisma, mind, and spirit, or related skills, and try to just try to bluff him?
Yeah, you can actually try to bluff him, and then if it's not good enough, then you can decide whether you want to use that card.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey. Hey, sir, officer. You're just so you know, man. I don't want to be a pain because I know you guys are doing good work. You're serving the Lord and all that stuff. But we got to get this stuff to the hospital quick because there's somebody's life is in danger. One of the I think it's like a priest or something. So I mean, it's like one of the good guys.
I'll show him a priority alert on my phone. Priority alert.
Oh man.
Okay, so go ahead and make a persuasion check this time.
Okay.
This one will also be a -2.
I also rolled a 17 again, so that'll be a 4. So again, that gets me at a -2, it gets me a 9. But if I use my willpower card,
well, it's persuasion now, so it's your charisma, right? I think you have more charisma than.
Yeah, it's charisma.
Or charisma. Excuse me, charisma. Yeah. So I got a 9. So 13. So yeah, it's 11.
+1 from help.
Okay.
All right. He says, "A priest, you say?"
Yeah,
I
file to
think so.
somebody. I didn't get the name. It's about getting it to them quick.
All
Yeah,
right.
they don't do these priority things unless it's somebody important.
So he looks over at another one of the police officers that's over there, and then he looks back at the terminal that's behind him, and then he looks at you, and there's this agonizing moment where he hesitates, and then he says, "All right, move along," and kind of motions you to move forward and past the checkpoint.
All right.
God
Live,
bless.
live long and prosper, guys. You're doing good work.
All right, so we do have the heretical magic card out. I saw that you needed to go ahead and get that out, Jeff. I
Yeah.
don't know that it's
Yeah.
going to apply here, but I guess we need to go
Right.
ahead and. I
Well,
don't.
no, it's if there are no spellcasters, you draw it to replace. Is what I assume he was doing.
Discard and draw. If there's no spell. Yep, you're right.
Oh,
Okay, let's do another one.
all right.
I think there are a couple like that in the Cyber Papacy deck.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
geez, I'm glad I didn't play this before. Okay. All right.
So you drive for about one more hour, and you arrive in Amiens, France, and head toward downtown, where you're hoping to find Dr. Garnier. And as you arrive downtown, you find a good parking space near University Hospital, and you can tell me now what you want to do next.
Sai, this is kind of where you take over. Where are we going?
Uh,
Or
we
excuse
had
me,
we knew
Harris,
it.
you're to you. Sorry.
We knew his address, right? Or we just think he's down here in the University Hospital somewhere.
Um, they told you can expect to find him at University Hospital, but you
Okay, and
don't.
we got a picture.
And
We
you've
got a
got a
picture of
picture
him.
of him. Yeah, you've got a way to identify him when you see him.
Are there any did they put any boxes in the back of this delivery truck?
Yeah, there's a couple boxes back there.
Okay, I'm gonna find a small, not very heavy box. Um, and grab a pen and scrawl Dr. Garnier on the somewhere on it so it looks like it's a label.
Okay.
I'm gonna carry it with me like I'm making a delivery.
Okay. So as you step out of the truck, you're just astounded by what you see. Um, about every third person that's walking around on the street seems to have some kind of implant. That's usually it's on the side of their head or up on their forehead. You look around, you see some people that have these artificial limbs, even like artificial eyes. There's a church that's set up right beside University Hospital. It's got these ultra high definition screens outside and inside. It's almost total glass construction. And yet it reminds you a little bit of this traditional medieval church architecture, the way the building looks as well. Um,
Wow.
and it's filled to the brim with people. I mean, unlike churches in the West that seem empty and abandoned a lot of times, there's people coming in and out of them all the time. And even more of the people going in and out of the church tend to have those cybernetics installed for some reason or another. Um, you also see off to your left, you see some of the police, the same type, same description that you saw at this checkpoint. They're interrogating somebody, and this person appears to be fairly normal. You don't see any cyberware on them or anything, and they seem a little bit frightened. But it's this clearly not Garnier. It's a woman that's much younger than him.
Okay. Tooth turns to Harris and says, "Okay, that ain't our mission, right?"
Not right now. I'll see what I can find once we get inside. I don't know if they talk to people a lot here.
And so you see the conversation kind of finish with the interrogation, and the police officer says, move along, be careful, ma'am." And she kind of starts walking away very, very quickly, trying to get away from them. And uh, and then she just disappears around a corner.
Okay. Maybe we should get inside.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Where's the hospital? Are we? You said there's the cathedral is right next to the hospital.
Yeah, it's kind of right across the street. You've got this busy street with cars coming up and down it, and then it's across the street from where your van was located. But as you get about midway through the street, you actually do spot Garnier coming out of the hospital. Somebody that meets his description exactly.
Great. I think kind of nudge Tooth.
Yeah, I see him. I'm right behind you.
And he kind of makes a left turn where he's going to cross the cathedral, and you see on the opposite side of the cathedral that he's looking toward another young woman that has got a little girl by the hand, and the little girl meets the description of the daughter of Garnier that you saw. They're just kind of walking toward each other right now. Looks like maybe a nanny or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's responsible for taking care of the girl during the day, that's bringing
Or maybe
her
it's his wife.
toward him. Um, Looks much younger than what you would expect his wife to be.
Okay.
And at this point, I want
I think we're
everybody
mostly on the lookout for
I,
cops and
I want everybody to make a find check. Each of you to make a find check. The difficulty number on this is 12.
Okay.
that's not bad.
Um. Oof.
So I got a 13. I think I got a 13.
I got a nine. I rolled a 9, which is a -1, and my find is a 9, so that gives me an 8. But I've got a willpower card here, which would add 3 to my.
That would get you to an 11. It's a difficulty 12 check.
Oh, 8 plus 3. Yeah, sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
difficult math there. There's I had to add and subtract. Okay, so yeah, I failed.
I got a 13 though.
Okay. So Harris, kind of looking around, notices all of a sudden not one but two black vans with church markings on them have pulled up. One of them very close to Garnier, one of them very close to the girl, and you see what look like some kind of SWAT team like members of the police force jumping out of those vans.
How far apart are Garnier and his daughter?
They're probably like a quarter of a block away, something like that.
Oof. Okay.
And you're kind of in a triangle. You're probably about a quarter of a block away from them at this point. You're just in the
But
middle of the
across sort of a
street.
busy street.
Yeah, just a busy street.
Um, Harris, which way do we go?
Make a distraction.
All right. Oh my God!
Oh.
It's a bomb, and I throw the box.
I'll toss one of my little smoke pellets in under the one of the groups that's coming out of one of the vans.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go into combat, and
No.
and you will get this first card, seeking advantage up here. You do have surprise, so the villains will not get a turn, and you can each go ahead and put a card into your pool.
It's that one.
And then the next thing that's going to happen is just kind of your adrenaline's going up and something's about to happen, and you just sense the cyber papacy reality beginning to surge towards you, trying to suck you into it. So go ahead and make your surge checks. I don't think either of you have a 4-case contradiction, so I think it's just creates problems for you on
Okay.
ones at this stage.
All right, I'm safe.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have a 1 case either, but I'll.
Uh, okay, so you're both good. So now we're going to use the trick maneuver on the. So Jeff wanted to throw the box out and act like there was a bomb. So go ahead and roll for your trick maneuver
Okay.
or your trick action.
Trick action. Yep. That was not going to be very successful. It's a -2. It's going to be a 5 for a total. Can I use a possibility then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna roll again. An
There we
18, so that
go.
gives me a 25, and that is an 8, so that gives me a 15 for a total on my trick.
All right, that's a good result against their trick ability of 9. So they can either be very stymied or very vulnerable, depending on what result you want here.
Let's go with stymied,
Okay.
because that will. You said it's very, very stymied, or just regular stymied.
Very.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that one of the 2 groups that he got, or is that one of the guys within one of those groups, or?
Yeah. So that's a good question. You can affect 2 of the guys within one of the 2 groups, either the one that's moving toward Garnier or the one that's moving toward the daughter.
Oh boy.
How many are in each of those groups?
2 in each group.
The ones that going after the doctor.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and mark these so that we remember that they are very stymied.
Okay.
All right. So they look up when you shout and see you kind of tossing the box out, and it throws them off for a moment.
Okay.
And then Harris, are you wanting to go ahead and throw that smoke pellet still?
Yeah, I'm going to throw the smoke pellet, but it sounds like the other 2 are probably in the same sort of range, the ones that are going after the girl.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do a trick against those 2, basically. Throw the smoke pellet over while he's shouting about a bomb.
Okay.
Distract them a little bit, and then try to, hopefully next round we can try to get the girl and the nanny to run while they have some cover.
Okay.
So I get a 15. So rolled an 11, I get a 15 total. This is
You got a 15 total. You're trying to affect both of them?
Sure.
Yeah, so you could get a good result affecting both of them as well.
Okay.
So you're wanting a stymie on them as well?
Yeah, let's stick with double stymie.
Yeah. All right. So
actually, will we know, can we see what the next card is?
Yeah.
Since I know what it is. So that's us going first, and we're not.
That will allow us to grab people.
Yeah. So if we tried to run away from them, would vulnerable be the right thing? Like if we were trying to make a stealth check against them, vulnerable would lower their stealth or would lower their perception. Not totally clear.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what you're asking. Can you try asking that again?
If we wanted to, as our actions next round, like try to hide off into the crowd,
Okay.
Would that be an opposed roll, where would that be a roll against them,
I would consider
where
that
we
to
want them to be vulnerable,
I
or
would
would that
consider
be a
that to be a maneuver to try to create vulnerability.
okay? If we're trying to get away, then I guess we'll make them very vulnerable. Then those two.
Okay. All right.
And then we each get cards.
And yeah, you both said a successful trick, so you each can draw a card. Let me know if you need me to give them to you. I think you can just pull it off and then drag it down onto your avatar.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. All right, we're ready for the next turn.
Yes, sir.
Next turn, you have inspiration, which doesn't really benefit you because neither of you have lost any shock, but you are ready to go now. You get to go first here.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually I'm running towards the doctor.
Okay. So I'm going to position you kind of right there and put Harris over here.
Okay. And am I able to get to him and still provide an actual action?
Yes, you can get to them. It is more. It's probably going to be more than you probably got 7 or 8 meters of movement. It's going to be more than that. So you'll have to have a -2, take a -2 penalty on your action. But
Okay.
yes, you can take an action.
Okay, then I am going to try to punch one of these two guys.
Okay.
And oh jeez. I'm going to spend a possibility again. So yep.
Okay.
So mechanically, you might want to go after one of the, just in general, one of the vulnerable ones. And
the problem is that the vulnerable ones are
yeah,
the
it's
ones
the
that are
wrong mix
on
of
your side. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yep. I'm getting a shot in at these guys when they're stymied, so that they aren't going to be able to hit back. Hopefully, be successfully hit back. So now we got 18, which gives me a bonus of 5 on my unarmed combat. 13, so it's a 17 total.
All right, a 17 against their unarmed combat of. Well, how about that? These guys don't have any unarmed combat. That surprises me. So that's going to be their strength, which is 8. So 17 versus 8
I
is
think it's Dex, right?
yeah, you're right. So 7, it's still an 8.
Mhm.
So that's a good result. So you can roll your damage plus 1 bonus die.
Okay.
Against
It's a plus 1 bang. Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
So my damage is going to be 7,
yes.
and then I roll a bonus die here, and it's a 4. So I do 11 points of 11 points versus their toughness.
Their toughness is 12 with their armor, so it takes 1 shock.
Okay. Ow!
That's not good.
Crap, that hurts.
He's kind of shaking his hand like, "Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These are
Oh,
tough
yeah.
little uniforms." Okay. So that gets us to Harris's turn then.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna gesture to the while we have a little bit of smoke cover. Gesture to the girl and the nanny, like back away into the crowd,
Okay. You can do that as a simple action.
and hope to get them something approximating safe. Oh yeah, Tooth also got a card because we're on any right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm taking one.
I am gonna try to. So, are they still in their van or near their van?
No, they've stepped out of their van and they're preparing to
Okay.
move toward the daughter
It,
and the doctor.
is there a driver in the van?
Yes,
Okay, but he's a separate third
right,
third cop there.
right.
Hmm. I'm just gonna sort of shout in muffled voice, regroup, get back in the van, get out of here, while they're scrambling around in the smoke and try to get them to.
Okay, go ahead and make a trick check.
Oh, not good. That's a 12. Is it worth a possibility? Sure, I'll try spending a possibility.
Okay.
Not that I like that roll, but yay! So that's 16 with the -2 for affecting two of them.
Okay. So your 16 total against their trick of 9 is a good result.
Okay,
So they're on
not
top of
enough to get taken out.
yeah. So on top of that, the vulnerability that they already
Oh
have.
no, wait, yeah, they're vulnerable. That's right.
Oh yeah.
So it's
So
against their
actually,
fives.
what's your total with when you account for their vulnerability?
So I have a 16 after the multi-action. So if they're vulnerable, then that's a 20.
All right, that's player's call. So they are
All right.
going to believe what you just asked them to do and start moving back
Nice.
into the van. And at the same time, the the daughter and the woman kind of start moving towards you
Okay.
into the street. They recognize the threat and they start trying to get away.
Okay. Great.
And in the meantime, the driver inside the van is kind of motioning at them like, "No, you idiots, get back out there, go, go!" But they're not paying attention to him yet.
So I get a card for that,
Yeah.
and I'll try to move over to help Tooth out to the extent that I can do anything meaningful.
So it's going to use their turn. These two that you just tricked, it's going to use their whole turn, just
Okay.
for them to kind of figure out what's going on and get reoriented. But at the end of their turn, the conditions are gone. And then we'll do the turn for the other two. They are going to pull out their batons and start trying to attack Tooth. And so this is going to be a melee check with a +1 because there's two of them trying to affect you.
Okay. And they are stymied,
Okay.
or very stymied, right?
Yeah, they're very stymied. So the
Yep.
result is going to be -2 on their melee weapons, ability of 9. So it's a 7. And what's your melee weapons ability?
9.
7 against 9. That's a miss.
Okay.
So they take a couple of swings at you, and you manage to just kind of dodge one way or the other and get away from them. And that's the end of that turn.
All right. A couple of dopes. And move a card to my pool.
All right, next turn. The villains are going first, and those same two are going to. We're going to clear out their condition here. Those same two are going to do the same thing. They're just going to take another swing at Tooth.
Okay.
And this time the result is a 9 exactly.
All right. Yeah, my melee is 9, so that's a hit.
All right, so they hit you with a riot stick for 11 points against your toughness.
My toughness is 7. No, excuse me. Toughness would be 8 with my flight jacket.
Yeah, so that's going to incur 2 shock.
Okay. Shock. There we go. Okay.
So in the meantime, these other 2 are going to come running toward Harris, and they're going to attack him. And they're going to incur a -2 penalty because they had to move further than their walking distance for that. So they roll a 7 melee combat total.
That's still gonna hit me.
Okay. And the damage is 11.
I've got an 8, so that's 2 shock.
2 shock, yeah. And now it's the hero's turn.
Okay.
Do you want to trade your master plan for my coup de grace in the
Yes,
pool?
I would love to do that.
Okay, let me see if.
There, I just gave you. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I just.
I guess we have a trade as well. I was stealing.
Oh, okay. I see. There we go.
But those are both in the pool though.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
So yeah, you're aware as you're getting ready to take your turn that there's people that are stopping and turning to watch, and there's people screaming, looking at what's going on out there, and the daughter and the nanny are just kind of standing there in the middle of the street watching you, not quite knowing what to do next.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and once again try to. I think he's going to try to punch this guy again.
Okay.
He's still gonna try to punch these cops even with armor.
Okay.
What's the traffic like? Like, is there any chance that we get them in this van and get out of here or get out of the immediate vicinity?
Oh yeah, you could do that. I
Okay.
mean, there's roads coming up and down. There's cars coming up and down the road, but it's not like there's gridlock or anything like that.
All right. Then, if there's a lot of people here, I'm going to go ahead and play the heightened paranoia card.
Okay.
It really hoses us, but it's going to give us extra possibility. And there's already church police here, so there's somebody here.
Yeah, there's plenty of people there. So yeah.
And frankly, we're starting a fight in the streets. I'm guessing that's going to give us some suspicion anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a possibility and boost my punch here.
Okay.
Well, it's not a huge boost, but 19. It's a 6.
So the second one's automatically a 10, at least.
Oh yeah, that's right. So so it gets me 8, 21 for my unarmed combat.
All right. 21. The 21 is your bonus, your die total. Your bonus is +8, right?
Oh yeah, which is also 21.
Also 21. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yep.
Yeah, so that actually is an outstanding result.
Okay.
And you'll need to remind me, were you attacking both of them or just one of them?
Just one of them.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2 bonus die on that one.
Okay, so I got a strength of 7 plus 2 bonus. Oh, jeez.
So yeah, an 11 against the toughness of 12. That'll do 1 more shock to him.
Okay. Jeez. All right. I forgot how much this hurts.
Do you want to play that coup de grace?
I'm gonna play that coup de grace and add to that. That's an extra 3.
Okay.
Well, it's just another die, right?
Yeah, one more bonus die.
One more die. Yep. Another 2. So that
So yeah, so that gives you another shock. I think that gets you up to his
okay.
toughness. So that gets you one more shock.
Right. Okay.
And that gets us to Harris's turn.
So he punched one and it's bouncing off their armor.
Yep.
Yep.
Defend is an approved action too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shout to well, it's pretty obvious where we are. I'm gonna gesture to the nanny and to Bartholomew to get in the van, or get in our delivery truck, and then just back away defensively towards basically get over to beside the truck and sort of wave them in, trying to fend off these guys.
Okay, so you're actually going to try to disengage and move away from them.
At least move to the side of them near where the truck is.
Okay, all right. So I'm just trying to decide how far you move, because if you move away from them, then you take on a vulnerable condition.
Okay.
But until the end of your next turn, which is okay if you're trying to get away. You're trying to get away. But
yeah, let's do it. I'll move far enough that they'll have to take a -2 to get up to me anyway, right? So
yeah. So I'm going to mark that to show you're vulnerable to the end of your next turn. And you've got an action. I'm going
to take defend for the card.
Okay, you're going to actually defend. Okay.
I got a 10, 27 is a +9, so I have a 15 defense. Not great, but it's
all right. So that gets us to the next turn then.
Okay. So move another card to my pool.
Oh, I guess I should have. Oh well, I guess I screwed that up. I should have defended. I should have defended in response to them.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you the benefit of that when they attack you here. But
okay. Also, well, I was partly doing it for the card on last round.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and take the card, and then I'll give you the benefit of the defense when they attack you here, and that'll be fine.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So here they go. The 2 of them are going to attack Harris with their batons. And they're going to totally miss. I don't even need to do the math on that. And then they're going to attack Tooth. So that's a 12. So they generate a total of 10 against your melee weapons ability.
I got a dumb question for you here.
Okay.
You rolled a 10 and then you rolled another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they possibility rated?
No, they're not, but they get rerolls on 10s.
Oh, on 10s and on 20s. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got that backwards.
I think they might have gotten rid of that part too. I thought there was something about maybe it's like only got rid of the unskilled.
No, they
thing.
No, that could be too. They could still get the rerolls on 20s.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I'll look into that. But what's your toughness?
It still works. It still works. My toughness is 8.
Well, so he uses his unarmed combat, right? Since he's unarmed.
No, it's melee against melee.
Melee. My melee is 9.
Okay, so that's going to be what did I say? 10. I think I said 10 against 9. Yeah.
10. Yeah.
Okay, so that hits with 11 points of damage.
Ow! And my with my armor, that's an 8, so that is a 3 difference. That's 2 shock.
2 more shock, yeah.
Okay.
Get in the van.
Yeah. Thought I was going to find this real quick, and I'm not. I mean, I found the rules, but it applies to players. I'm not 100% sure what happens with Ords, but I think they get it on the 10 still. I think they still get the.
Yeah, I think they always got it on the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so it's Hero's turn. You're going to surge first.
Okay, and the surge again. We got the reality test.
Yeah, no, you just
No,
roll
it's just don't roll a 1.
It's just a straight up roll a
I
d20.
wasted my 20.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
do I have a card that says you can save a good roll? Dang it.
That would be nice.
Yeah, no kidding.
It'd really be nice.
First chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
first chance would be great.
no issues with the surge, and
Okay.
it's time for you both to take your turns.
Okay. I turn to the doctor and I point at our van and I say, Firebug.
All right. And he was already kind of moving back, but he hears you, and he's really moving. He says, "Come on, come on!" And he and the daughter jump into the van. Whoever this is that is the nanny, she just kind of goes running off into the shadows after that. But he and the daughter are both in the van.
Okay. I'm gonna throw down a smoke bomb and hope that Tooth knows to get in the van and get out of here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna,
Go
I
ahead.
guess, do it. All right, I really want to do a maneuver. I guess I'll do that as a trick against all 4 of them for -4 or -6,
Okay.
and hope for the best.
And I'm going to try to use maneuver to get myself between
11,
on the other side of the smoke
So yeah,
bomb
that's
from. Oh, sorry,
that's a 10.
Go ahead.
That's a 10, which I think will just give them let's say stymied.
Are you trying to affect all 4 of them?
Yeah.
All right, so that
So
would
the
be
16. It's a 16 -6 is a 10.
10 against their trick, which is 9. So yeah, you can stymie them. Stymie all of them.
And then I'll try to get in the back of the truck to have a little bit of cover from them when they get over here.
Okay.
And then I think my vulnerable wears off.
Okay. Yes, it does. All right.
All right, and then since I all I did was yell and point, I still have an action.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to try use maneuver to get on the other side of the smoke from the church police.
Okay, very good.
So I'm hoping you can get into the driver's seat.
Okay. I'm going to use my second to roll that again.
Okay.
I need to get new virtual dice. These are
So what
these
are you?
never good.
Is it a second chance card?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see it now. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, that's okay. Yeah, this time a 13. That's a 1 and that's a 10.
How many are you trying to affect?
The 2 that are closest to me.
All right. So that's going to be a -2 for an 8, which that is a successful maneuver.
Okay.
So do you want to
Awesome.
make these 2 very stymied? What do you want to do? I guess that's the effect you're describing, trying to get on the other side of the smoke. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And then are you trying to get into the van? In other words, I'm trying to establish where you're both located at the end of this turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to put myself towards the van. You bet.
Okay. All right. So you've both actually successfully gotten into the van at this point before we start the next turn.
Okay.
If you want to, you can just put it in gear and drive off at this point.
If we go first, I assume.
No, you can do it before we start the next round. You can pull us out of combat effectively.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for the.
That's all I want.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for a drive.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody needs to discard down to 4, and then you can actually discard another one and draw if you want to after that.
So is this the end of the scene or the end of the combat?
This is the end of the scene.
Okay. So while we're driving away, can I just play this transfer card?
Let's see it.
I guess it doesn't really matter. it lets you transfer possibilities. I'm going to end up discarding it anyway because I don't need to transfer any possibilities.
Yeah, so go ahead and you can play that before the end of the turn. And did everybody get their possibility from heightened paranoia?
Nope.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I spent one and I'm at 5 now.
Yeah, I didn't, but I put it back in there, so I got it now.
Discard down to 4.
And you've left the
Do you
area.
want a second chance before I discard it? Tooth?
No. I've got do I want you? No, I'm gonna be no, I like the 4 I have. I'm getting rid of Inspire.
No, Inspire's great.
I know.
So play it. You should at least play it.
Okay, why don't we just go ahead and play it then?
So that'll get us another possibility if we want it.
Yeah, there you go.
Possibility.
Yep, I'm actually going to use it to recover 3 shock. Oh no, we're going to recover shock at the end of this anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll play master plan to take the Inspire into
Okay.
my hand.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll play alertness just in case, and then discard, I don't know. Discard this last one. Do you want an action card before I toss it? I don't even know where it was.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So master plan got played. Alertness. If there's something we notice on the way out of town.
Yeah, not at the end of the scene. I mean, you haven't left town yet, but there's nothing to notice
Yep.
at the end of the scene. Yeah.
Hope for the best. And I'm down to 4, so I think we're good.
And you've left the area, so heightened paranoia is no longer in play.
Okay.
And then Marcus can go ahead and recover his strain.
Oh yeah, I had some strain also, or some shock.
Okay. Yeah, you can both recover. Not strain, shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
and I'm going to try to use foreshadow basically at the start of this next scene as we're driving where we're going.
All right. Let me see what that ability looks like. You can take psychic powers from Pan Pacifica? Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And Core Earth, weirdly.
Yeah, that one really surprised me. Pan Pacifica kind of made sense.
Yep.
But the Core Earth kind of made me go, huh.
Okay. So what you're doing then is mechanically you're just looking at the next 3 cards in the drama deck, right? But not rearranging.
Yeah, trying to make sure that okay. Yeah, unless I get a good success, I can rearrange them.
And what is it? Once per scene, once per act? I didn't read it carefully enough to see. If it's once per act, then
it doesn't say anything about once per scene. I think it's just an action. But once I've looked at it, and if you fail, there's some backlash.
Okay.
But there isn't normally just a. Find the backlash rules. Activating powers. If it fails, you suffer 2 shock and become very stymied on a mishap.
Okay.
So I got to do my roll.
Yeah.
18 is a +5, so that's enough to rearrange them, but not.
So
not
that's a
discard anything.
good result. Okay. So you tell me what order you want them in, and then I'll put them in that order.
Let's start with. Oh wait, Lucky Break is AD. Let's start with Lucky Break. You can't stop me, and then here they come.
Okay. So we're going to do the opposite of that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what we're
At
go
the
ahead.
start of this scene, I'm gonna draw. I gotta have a alertness card. I'm gonna. Oops.
All right. So we're actually beginning a scene that's going to involve a dramatic skill resolution of getting out of the city, driving out of the city, and that is going to be useful as you try in step B, as you try to assess the weaknesses in the GodNet's ability to track the vehicle as it moves through the streets.
Gotcha.
So, we'll give you some kind of bonus from that alert, probably a +3 from that alertness card
Okay.
when we get to step B, and we'll just leave it in play till we get there. So right now we're at step A, which is trying to get Garnier and his daughter to calm down so that you can function in this van without them panicking and creating issues for you. This is a persuasion check, a difficulty 12 persuasion check. He's just kind of out of breath, and he's not sure who you are, and he's not sure he feels safe. You have used that code word, so that's actually going to give you a +2 because you've used the code word. But still, somebody's going to need to pass a difficulty 10 persuasion to get through step A.
Hey, Si, I've got a willpower card, which is a +3.
Yeah, I think you're probably the more persuasive of us.
Okay.
Regardless.
Okay. As I'm driving, I'm just like, all right. Hey, Doc. I know this is crazy, but we're here to help. We're here to get you out of here. That I gave you the code word, right? Firebug. That we're here. We're friends. Okay. Now, but we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you to just kind of hold it together for a little bit till we can get out of the city. Can you do that for us?
All right. So go ahead and generate your total.
All right.
So while he's doing that, can I try to use Foreshadow again to prepare for the next round?
Yes, you can.
Great.
All right. I am going to. I've got a drama card here.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I need to be at 12. You said.
You need to be at 10 because you've used the code word correctly. So it normally have been 12,
Okay.
but you've used the code word, so you need to be at 10.
Okay, my charisma is a 9. I don't have persuasion, so it's going to be yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to need to use the willpower card, which will get me will get me enough to beat a 10.
Okay. So that gets you up above 10, and you've successfully completed step A.
All right. All right.
And so he says you're from Delphi.
Yes, sir. We're here to help.
All right. So his daughter is kind of holding on to him, and he says, "All right, all right."
So while you're doing
down.
that, I sort of grab my hand and I'm guiding you, or grab my head and I'm guiding you, like turn left, turn right.
Right. Exactly.
trying to avoid the patrols that I see coming.
All right. So here's the next 3 that we've got.
Oh wait. So okay. I think I only get to look at the 2 that are down there and 1 more.
Okay.
Right, because those 2 that are there are still the top 2 right now.
Right.
But
So
let me see. I make it. Oh. I will play my second chance card. That's if I can manage to put it onto the table. I cannot manage to put it onto the table.
Yeah. So yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. So go ahead and roll for your second chance.
Really psychic powers. It's better, but
We
it's
got
not.
possibilities to spend.
It's not good. Yeah, I'll have to spend a possibility on that. It's a 15 at least, which is a +2. That's still not a good result.
So that
So I just get to look.
it requires you to discard one then, yeah.
No, if I get a good, I can't rearrange them. They're just, I can just see what the third.
Okay, so this is the third one.
Card down is. Okay, so we don't have any C's. Guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I guess I could take a wound. I'm going to take a wound with my power up.
Okay.
It's called overcharge ability. So I can add another d20 to a psychic check. There we go. So that's a 31, which is enough to rearrange if I need to and discard one of them.
Okay. So here's the order they're in right now.
None of that is actually that helpful.
That second card can get cut.
Let's discard the middle one.
Okay.
In case we fail B, and then maybe next round I'll be able to find a C.
Okay. Second round, you'll get a +3 on your check as you're trying to assess potential weaknesses in the GodNet to track the vehicle as it moves through the streets. This is a difficulty normally 13 computers, but you are going to get, we'll change it to a difficulty 10 because of this alertness card.
Great. That's what I'm here for.
All right. Go for it.
Unfortunately, I can't use any psychic powers right now, so I'm just hacking away.
I do have a drama card that I could trade.
Okay. Yeah, if we need it. Did you have a glory card in there too?
I do have a glory card too.
We roll crazy good. No, I rolled a 3. I'm gonna have to spend one of my possibilities then. Okay, 19. So that's a 22 computers. This GodNet is amazing.
Yeah, it seems really shiny. I noticed.
So
I want one.
A 22 is actually an outstanding result. So that is actually going to give you a bonus of +4 as you try to actually map out a path in step C.
If we ever get to step C.
Yeah, if you ever do get to step C. So that takes the alertness card out of play, and it takes us to the next card. This is the third out of 5 cards. You've got 5 cards to get out of here, and this is the third one here.
Okay, and is there one underneath this, or that we know about, or this is the only one we know about? Okay.
No. And so if someone wants to, they can make a stealth modified by mind instead of dexterity check with the +4 bonus on it. The difficulty number on that is 12. As you're just desperately looking on the map, trying to compare what you've learned about the surveillance capabilities of the GodNet in your last step with what's the way where we're going to be the least noticed.
Okay. Well, but that's just going to get us a card, not get us a.
That gets you a card, yeah. Doesn't get you the next step. But if you want to, you can do that.
Or we could try a last ditch effort now.
Let's go for the card. We got 2 chances yet.
Okay. So you want to do that, and I'll see if I can use foreshadow to find a C.
Okay. And I'm using mind. That's not going to be 13. This one, that's an 8. And I've got a drama card here.
We got a +4 also, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 12. And we need how much to?
You need 12. That's enough to get you the card.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
All right. Here we go with
And
card.
I'm gonna try to foreshadow while he's doing that. 13 is only enough to see the top 3, not do anything with them.
Okay.
So I'll spend a possibility to hopefully get enough to rearrange. For 23, which is still not enough. So then I have to take a second. Oh, sorry.
There's a C.
Yeah, but I don't get to look at them unless. Yeah, okay, I get to look at them. No, that's bad. Okay, I'm gonna take a second wound. So it's actually one less than that. So I'm gonna take a second wound to add another d20. There we go. 30, 42. The minuses will let me arrange them. So we have no Ds now. Okay, well, let's at least get rid of that lookout.
You can actually discard it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm at 2 wounds now, so I'm like hemorrhaging blood out of my nose.
Yeah, and don't forget that gives you a -2 on all your skill checks.
Yeah, I was taking a -1 for the first one. I know I got another one. I hope you can get us out of here. Turn left.
All right, left. Squeal.
All right, so what order do you want to leave these in now?
Doesn't really matter, so.
Okay.
I guess we'll do. Let's leave not like this on the bottom in case we magically.
Okay.
That becomes the first card of another combat.
All right. So we get to the 4th card now, and you can attempt step C. Again, this is stealth modified by mind. It's a difficulty 12, but you get a +4 from the outstanding result on step B.
Okay.
So would you rather do the last ditch effort now and try to do a multi-action to do step C and D together?
Yeah, with all the bonuses we have right now, that might be the way to go.
Or we could wait. We're gonna have to do it next round regardless. We don't have a D.
Okay, so
at the moment.
The step D involves actually maneuvering deftly through the streets in accordance with the plan that you created. It's a difficulty 14 land vehicles check.
Okay, so if we want to do if we want to do this as a all-out last ditch effort, do we do each one? Is there one roll for?
Yeah, it's one multi-action.
Okay.
Roll to do them both. I guess we could wait since we still have a card, and we're going to be hosed if we can't make it next turn anyway. So.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's get through C.
Okay.
Okay.
And the next round is going to be D, no matter what we do, or no matter what card comes up. Okay, so C this round is.
This is the mind check. Oh, right. I was going to say, do you want me to roll it? But you can go for it.
Stealth, mind.
Oh, yeah. No, you go ahead.
Mind plus stealth.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have any stealth, but I'm at least mind focused. So, 6. So
I do have a drama card.
That's a 9, or I can blow another possibility.
I have a drama card if you want to trade.
I'll stick with just spending a possibility for now.
Okay.
Hope for the best. There we go. 22. So that's 8. So that's 21 -2 for wound. 19.
All right, 19 total is a good result. So you've managed to map a good path out, and this gets us to card number 5. And you can hear in the back of the van, you can hear the little girl, the doctor's little girl, saying, um, she keeps pointing at churches as they go by, and she keeps saying, "Daddy, we should stop and pray. We need help. We should stop and pray." And he says,
You,
"It's okay, dear. We can pray when we get to safety."
I know I'm praying right now.
Do we have enough reality skill to tell whether she's transformed?
Well, you can pretty much assume that they're both transformed in some sense, but um, although he's clearly doesn't like the cyber papacy and wants to defect in spite of that. But
Right.
you can pretty much assume they're both ords that have transformed from core Earth to cyber papacy.
Okay. Do we know that moving him out risks killing him eventually when he transforms back to core Earth?
You can assume that the council knows about that and is going to take some
Has
kind of
some
action.
plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Either that or you have to play that glory card right now.
All right, let's yeah, we're gonna go for the we're gonna go for the last ditch effort here.
Okay. So this is difficulty 14, land vehicles.
All right, which is a dexterity.
Yes.
Okay. I do not have land vehicles, so and I have good grief. All right, I'm gonna spend a possibility. Obviously. There we go. That's a 23, which gives me an 8, 16. And what was the difficulty?
The difficulty is 14, so that passes.
14. So I pass. Okay. All right, awesome.
All right, so you manage to find a good path. You manage to navigate down it. You feel pretty good that they're not going to be able to track you from the outside of the van. But at about this time, Harris is kind of looking over at the doctor and the daughter that are talking. Um, and the daughter looks up at you and she says, "Why do you think that we've escaped them? God knows where we're going."
Maybe God didn't tell the bad men.
She says, "No, God can see and hear us." She says, "God knows everything." And as she's saying that, she kind of turns up to her father for affirmation. And you can see behind the bangs on her head, all of a sudden, there's this small cybernetic implant that's blinking. And there's this telltale flickering light showing a wireless connection that's active. And Garnier looks at that and says, dear, where did you get that?" And he can quickly shut it down. But then, which he does. But then he looks back at you and he says, "Probably every word that's been spoken in this van has been heard for the last 20 minutes.
Well, there's been a lot of screaming, crying, and swearing, so I think we're okay. Harris, can you do a little backdoor work? Figure out if you're following us on that computer doohickey?
I could try. Might be risky.
Well, I'm just going to drive like a bat out of, he looks over at the little girl, a bat out of heck.
All right, and I'm assuming you've signaled for the extraction and you're moving toward the extraction point.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I'll see what I can do with computers to try to figure out, maybe send a false signal, or if she's still got some sort of tracking device in there.
Well, he's turned off the wireless capabilities on her cybernetics now, so it's likely there's nothing now that's happening that's tracking. But up to that point, there probably was.
Right. Okay.
So we gotta have
Well,
some erratic. We're
is
taking
there is there any way I can spoof it? Is really the question. Can I turn it back on and either send bad data or send bad location information?
Okay, yes, you can do that.
Okay, I will
Let's
try.
let's do a computers check. Uh, but this is going to be a -6 difficulty. So uh, effectively, it's a difficulty 16 computers check is the way we'll do it.
Great. Fortunately, I have a computers of 16, so
Hey,
we'll hope for the best. And I still have a possibility.
do you want my
What do you
drama
think?
card, or you got enough possibilities yet?
I've only got one left, so at some point in here we're gonna start.
I'm gonna
So that's
say
10, a 14, so that's +1 for 17, -2 for my wounds. So yeah, I'm gonna need
okay.
the drama card.
Let's trade the
How
drama card for
about
the.
sure? You want to just uh,
How
give
about
you
give me
back
the inspire? Yeah.
this inspire back? Yep.
Yep. There you go.
So I'll play a drama for another possibility. There we go. Okay.
Oh,
So oh
yeah.
no, sorry, that second one was wrong. The second one
Okay.
was wrong.
Second one's just an extra
It's
roll.
the
Okay.
yeah. I was trying to click over to close my thing and it misclicked unfortunately. But the 15 is still that's still a 28, which is a 25, 23 computers.
Okay. So you managed to get a good result out of that. And because you got a good result, you feel like you've disabled some of their tracking capabilities. Um, you're a little bit concerned that there may be something out there that's acting independently of the GodNet that might still
Mm-hmm.
kind of be on your trail, maybe following with a visual on you or something like that.
Okay.
But you don't think that electronically they can track you any longer.
There could still be some guy on top of a tower with binoculars watching for us, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
or something like
I'm gonna
that. Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna try to drive in an erratic. I know where we're going. I know what direction we're going. I know where we're
Okay.
supposed to go. But I'm gonna try and make a few extra lefts and rights and to try and throw them off our tail,
Okay.
just to make them kind of wonder where we're at.
Okay. You can do a
Cool.
land vehicles check. Again, we'll make that a difficulty 16.
Okay, and that's again dexterity.
Yes, land vehicles with dexterity.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Um, possibility. There we go. That's how we do it. Uh, okay, so that's 25, 34. There's a bonus at 10, and my dexterity is 8, so 28. Or excuse me, no, I'm sorry, not 28, 18.
Okay. So the 18 total does get you a success. So
Okay,
you feel like maybe you've managed to throw, if there is something, maybe you've managed to throw it off a little bit.
okay,
That's coming off at you from behind.
right. May give us a few extra rounds to
Yeah.
of peace. Okay, cool.
All right. So you arrive at the extraction point at just about the right time. This is like a remote road with a pasture that's out in the country outside of Amiens. Very little in the way of technology. And sure enough, there's a helicopter that's there that's waiting for you as you pull up in the van. And as you kind of walk out and step out of the van with Garnier and his daughter, um, they they kind of look up in the sky behind, and you look as they're glancing back as well. And what you see looks like kind of this point of blue light that is moving in your direction. And the helicopter's probably about 30 meters away from you right now.
Oh, crap on a stick. Doc, get in the helicopter.
Do you want to play your Inspire before we
Yep.
get into combat?
Definitely.
Okay. And by the way, we just switched scenes so you can draw up to 4 after you play the Inspire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good, because I was about to have to play my rally. So when he inspires, I'm going to use the master plan to get the Inspire back again.
Okay.
And get one more possibility. Master plan goes bye-bye, and then I draw 2 to refill.
Yep. And then
there we go.
And then you can discard and draw after you do that.
Okay.
Right.
But just one card.
Right. I'm not going to discard. I'm actually going to play this one right away.
Okay.
Connection. Your hero knows someone in the area that can lend aid. Which, of course, we got these people in the helicopter behind us, but I'm hoping there's somebody in my travels that might be able to help throw in on this.
Okay. So yeah, you know a couple of people that live in the area, a couple of storm knights that live in the area near Amiens that you can call in for help.
Okay. Through our communication.
Yeah, so you can use your phone. You got your clean phone. You've got your wireless radio that's in the truck as well. You could use either of those.
Yeah. Harris has got the clean phone. Harris, call.
Okay.
Call Bobby. Call Bobby and what's her name?
Who's Bobby? What's her name?
You remember what's her name? You remember her name? Sorry, help me out. I'm out of names. I came up with Bobby.
Jacqueline?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. How can I forget her? Thank you, Cy. That boys and girls is how
I'll
play.
Try to ring in whoever he's.
Okay.
He's got their numbers.
All right, so yeah, you managed to ring up these 2 storm knights, and they say, "All right, we're on our way. It'll take us a couple of minutes, but we'll be there."
All right. Okay, this blue light is getting closer.
Yes, it is.
The chopper pilots don't think they can just get out of here.
Yeah, so you both have climbed into the daughter and the professor climbed into the helicopter. You're climbing into it, and as you're trying to situate yourself, kind of landing on the pasture just very close to the helicopter is this blue image. It looks like some kind of a hologram that begins walking like a hologram of an angel with wings and everything that begins walking straight toward the helicopter. And these things, you can tell, is kind of comprised of this central drone type unit that projects out a hologram from the center of it. And its limbs and things can actually have a physical impact on the world. And it's just kind of walking intently toward the copter as it's trying to take off. And the copter lifts up off the ground. It gets about 7 or 8 feet off the ground, and this thing just jumps up into the air and grabs a hold of the landing gear on the helicopter, and it's just hanging from it, and it's trying to climb its way up and claw its way up into the helicopter as it's taking off. And we are now into combat.
All right.
This is a dramatic scene.
Okay.
For which we are ill-equipped.
What do you mean ill-equipped? I pull out a pistol.
I sure hope that thing works on that thing.
All right, so it's going to have to make a maneuver action this first turn to just kind of get up where it can reach any of you safely.
Okay.
And so it's going to go ahead and make that action here, just pushing its way up, trying to get into the cockpit so it can just grab a hold of one of you. And it's probably just going to try to toss you out of the helicopter, would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we go. Oh, but as it reaches up,
Oh, that's too bad.
It just can't quite grab a hold of anything, and it loses its grip and it falls down, and now it's holding on to the bottom of the helicopter by one hand.
All right.
A nicer demon thing.
I've got my pistol out. Can I get a shot off on it from where we're from? I mean, I can. If I have to hang out of the side of the chopper, I'll definitely do that.
Yes, you can, but this thing looks really tough, like toughness of 17 tough. So unless you think you can deal some pretty serious damage to it, you're probably not going to do a lot.
Right. I'm going to do it anyway because.
Okay.
Because I'm not that bright. So
okay.
let's do it.
Well, do you want me to try to trick it first? Where are we? Yeah. Do you want me to try to trick it first?
If you can,
okay,
go for it.
So I'll shout down to the people below us. Probably only like the people here on the plane can hear us, but like as though our friends are coming up, you know, aim for the back, shoot them from behind while we keep it distracted.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and make your trick check. Your difficulty on this is a 13.
Ooh.
Okay. So I got a 19. I'll stick with that. I'll just go for very vulnerable.
Okay.
No, I got a 17. Sorry. Because I'm still wounded, which is not good. And you said it was a 13?
17 against 13. You've got a good result right now.
Yeah, I'll just do that then.
Okay.
And I'll play leadership into my...
Whoops.
Actually, do I want to play leader?
Rally might not be bad either.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing leadership in order to give you rally and inspire.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's not a bad idea.
And I think I will do that. I think I will play this now. Play the leadership now. Give the rally and the inspire to. Actually, how about I give you the inspire and the hero?
Okay.
So do you have any cards in your pool right now?
So I just put leadership into my pool.
Okay.
And I'm playing it. But leadership lets you play cards from my hand into his pool.
Okay.
Into other characters' pools directly from your hand.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can give these to you or if you can just take the inspire and the hero.
You might just be able to like drag them over.
Maybe I can drag them onto his.
See if you can drag them onto his avatar. Let's see.
Well,
no, that didn't work. Yeah.
Okay,
so
anyway, I'll put them down there. You can pick them up.
Yeah, I can take them.
Yeah, you can right click on it and take it.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I refill the 4 cards, so I drop 3 more.
Yeah.
All right, and those are going into my pool. All right, awesome.
And leadership is defunct. Okay.
So now I'm going to try to shoot this bugger. And that's a 13. That's a 1. And fire combat is only going to be a 10. Okay, so I'm going to spend a possibility.
Okay.
And I still have my hero card to spend if I want. So here we go. And okay, so that's 23. What do I need to hit him? 17?
Yeah. No, his dodge. Right? Yeah, his dodge is 13. So with
His
a tw-
dodge is 13.
so
Okay.
if you've got 23 skill total right now, you have actually got an outstanding result.
Yeah, no, I don't have 20. Yeah, I don't have 23. I have 9 4 is 13.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna use my hero card.
okay.
And that got lost down here somewhere. There we
There we
go.
go. Yeah.
Okay. And roll again, add to that. Oh crap.
You get a 10 minimum on
Okay.
that, remember?
Okay, so that is 23.
All right, so your skill total now is 23.
23, yep. And
Yep.
so that gets me
Okay.
8
That gets
plus
you
9. That's 17.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got a 17 against his dodge of 13 now, so you can do your base damage with that.
Right. Okay, hold on. And then I have crap. No, that's all I got. Okay.
So you spent a possibility and
I've already spent a possibility and a hero card. Still not enough.
so you're at a 33, right?
Nope.
Or 33.
Nope.
Okay.
I rolled a 13. I rolled a 13 and a 7 and an 8.
But
So that's
each of those
28.
are automatically 10s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
They're
30. Yeah. So excuse me. You're right. You're right. 33. So it's 10. So it is 19 is what I actually have for a
Okay.
total.
So a 19 against his dodge of 13 does give you a good result, which gives you 1 bonus die.
1 bonus. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So 1 bonus. So 13 plus 4. So that's 17.
17 against his toughness of 17 does 2 shock.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next turn.
So I got a card. I get another card from. I did the trick last
Right.
round,
So yeah, you get a card off that. All right, heroes get to go first on this turn.
And I'm going to move a pool, and I am going to play my Inspire.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, so either draw from the Destiny deck or possibility. I'm taking a possibility.
Was he was vulnerable as well, right? Or very
yes.
vulnerable. Very vulnerable.
He was. You're right. He was vulnerable. So
Oh.
that would have increased your total. I think you told me the total was.
I think it was a 17.
17, yeah.
17. That would have gotten it to 19, which still would have just been a good result.
Yeah, same thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's okay. Every point counts. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the Inspire. I'm gonna take an extra pass.
Okay.
You're gonna take a possibility. Sounds good. We need them.
Mm-hmm.
I am out of master plans.
All right, it's your turn.
There's setback.
No, this is dramatic scene, so they're not set back.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
Okay. Maneuver. Oh, is there some way I can? Yeah. How do I do a maneuver? It's going to.
Maneuver could include just trying to kick at his remaining hand that's got a hold of the landing blade.
Oh well, heck yeah! Let's give that a shot. That's just stupid enough for me to try.
Before you do that, I'm gonna try to reach down and, or I'm gonna take out my computer and start trying to hack it and explain to it that I'm hacking into its programming.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and do that first.
And try to trick it. Hopefully that will help you because I'm not gonna outmaneuver this thing. So that's a 21 trick.
21 trick against 13 is a good result. So
okay, so his wireless is open. Just hold him off for a few more seconds.
All right, so we're going to increase his vulnerability to very vulnerable now.
Okay. And even though Tooth has no idea what his wireless means, he figures out that's probably a good thing, and so he's gonna reach out and with one of his maybe both of his boots. He's holding on to a handle with dear life, and with both of his boots, he's going to stomp on this light creature's hand,
Okay.
and
Oh, and I
really
put my
hoping.
supporter into my pool, so I can throw that at you if you need it.
Okay, and he's really hoping those friends show up pretty soon. Oh, holy crap! Okay, that's a possibility. Spend.
Okay.
That's 12. Um, Jeez, that's still only a 9.
That's a
Um,
9 because he's very vulnerable. Your difficulty on this is a 9.
okay. Um, I also have a second chance card.
Um, is
In
that in
my
your pool?
pool. In my pool.
Yeah, you could use that. You probably want to have used that
Probably
before
should have
you
before I
rolled
use
your
this.
possibility,
Yeah,
but if
yeah,
Matt's
too
okay
late.
with that, maybe we can use it now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll again because I mean, geez, can't get much worse, can it? He says just before roll. Nay.
You're off to.
Okay, that's 14.
Okay, that's a 14 total.
Yep.
Okay, against his maneuver because of his vulnerability, that goes against his maneuver of 9. So that's actually a good result. So you make him very stymied. He's going to have to do a maneuver again to try to get back into the helicopter. And when he attempts that, he's going to do it from a very stymied position.
Okay.
And you get a card.
And I get a card.
And you get a card.
Woo. All right.
All right.
That was not as horrible as it could have been.
All right. So here he goes. He's got one hand on the blade and another just desperately trying to pull himself up, but he's going to be very stymied in the attempt to try to get back up and into the helicopter.
And his Wi-Fi is being hacked, so
All right, yeah. So he gets another arm, another hand onto it. As the other one slips off, he just gets the other one back up, and then gets both on it. And now he's pulling himself up. He's going to be able to attack somebody the next turn.
like Jesus Terminator.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go with the next turn.
All right.
Woohoo!
All right.
Let's do this.
You get to go
hot
first.
lead.
Oh, I gotta move a card in my pool. Okay. And up means you get an extra roll. So, I'm gonna let Harris go first in case he can pull something that's gonna help me.
Yeah, what do we got? Taunt, 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 taunt.
Your mother was a land cable.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with just continuing to hack him and try to, like, every time he twitches, say like, yeah, I got that. Like, his hand's gonna fall off any second now.
Okay.
For a 15.
All right. 15 against his trick of 13 is a success. You want a vulnerable or stymied out of that?
Just stick with vulnerable. You're gonna try to gun him down, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Oh no, I'm up.
You're up, so yeah, you can keep going. Actually,
Well,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
27.
Yes.
So there we go. So that's a 23. So that'll well, I guess 23. What did you say his spirit was, or his trick was?
His trick is 13, so you actually get an outstanding result. Very vulnerable
So
or very stymied.
13. And a player call?
Yes, and a player call.
10? Okay. So I think he takes a moment and reaches back to turn off his wireless.
Okay. All right. So he's like deactivating his wireless now, and that's got him distracted so that he's super vulnerable for an attack.
All right. And that's when I take another shot, fire another shot at him.
Okay.
And I'll throw the glory card. Maybe you'll get a roll 60 plus.
I'm gonna say I've got a glory card in my pool too, so we're.
Oh, it's already in your pool. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's say a hero card instead of the glory.
Okay. Cool.
In case maybe that'll get you an extra. Getting ups on heroes.
Why can't I roll more than a 5 on these?
Well, you're still up, so you get a free.
Yeah, I get a freebie.
Oh, it's an 8.
Oh my gosh! And yeah, because those ups aren't automatically 10s, are they? They just stay as they are.
It's just
okay.
The possibilities.
Okay, so I'm going to spend my last possibility. 8 plus 17. That's better. That's 25. And then I've got an action card, which would give me +3 on the yeah. Okay, so 25, which would be 8 plus my fire combat be 17.
Okay.
To hit him. And what's his
he's very vulnerable. So did you factor in the +4 for the vulnerability?
No, I did not.
Okay, go ahead and factor that in.
So that's 21.
21 against his dodge of 13 is a good result. You get 1 bonus die with that.
Okay.
I'll use my supporter. I'll use my supporter to get him up to a 24.
All right, that's 2 bonus die then.
And that's where it caps out, so more than that.
Okay, awesome.
And then I'll just delete the supporter.
Okay. So 2 bonus die plus my damage from my pistol. Firing them, that was 13 plus. Yeah, that's 10.
All right, roll another one.
And
actually roll 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah, because I maxed out on
both. Oh, nice.
This is as good as it's gonna get, guys.
Yeah. This doesn't work for us.
10 plus 5 is 15, plus my 13 is 28 for damage.
28 damage against his toughness of 17. Actually does 4 shock and 2 wounds. He is going to attempt to soak those.
Ooh, I don't have any possibilities left to try to combat that.
Well, we can't negate him anyway, unless you have the.
Oh, that's right. That's a.
I thought you had the negation perk though. I thought you chose.
I don't. No, that was a core earth. That's a core earth only perk, all right. And I read that wrong.
All right, so his reality total is +4, 12 plus 4 is 16. He negates both wounds and all shock and spends a possibility.
Okay.
All right. And so now for his movement, he climbs his way on up in, and you can see he's like got both hands. He's reaching these super powerful arms are getting ready to kind of reach in and lash out and grab one of you out of the helicopter. And then you hear from behind you this sound, this rocket. And then right past you is this guy in a bomber jacket with a jetpack. And he just, boom, like a football player tackling a running back, hits the enforcer and just knocks it off the helicopter, and they go tumbling off toward the ground. You can kind of see the streaks of the rocket as he tries to get control of it and toss him down to the ground. And then you can see down on the ground below, there is one other person that comes running up to him and just takes this huge unarmed combat punch and bam, punches at him. And they just kind of vanish as they're doing engaged in melee off into the distance as the helicopter moves off into the darkness.
I yell out, "Bobby, you came late." Again.
And a few minutes later, you manage to settle down into a kind of a hideout location, a safe house that's actually still within the cyber papacy borders, but it's way out in the woods in a location where there's just nothing around at all, technology wise. It's even out of reach of cell towers where this safe house is located. And Garnier and his daughter are met by and kind of shuffled off by personnel from Delphi, and then Diane, who gave you your briefing earlier, comes walking up to you, and she says, "Congratulations, you've succeeded in your first mission."
Nice.
Can
we go back?
Don't mention it. It was nothing. I mean, we just risked life and limb. No big deal.
That GodNet is really cool.
Yeah, he likes shiny things.
She says, "I'm sure," she smiles at Harris and says, "I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities to go back and do more in the cyber papacy. Right now we're just focused on trying to learn as much as we possibly can about their technological capabilities. They are beyond anything we've ever seen before or encountered. Much different than even what we see in Pan Pacifica."
Yeah, I figured out quite a bit while we were in there. I'll show your text.
All right. And with that, our session for today will end. You can each take, in case we do more one-offs and you want to run these characters again, you can each take 5 XP and level your characters with those.
Great.
Cool.